crypto mining. And guys, in this video today, we're going to show you a repair on a Jasminer unit. I hope you enjoy this. There's a couple different things you can do to hopefully bring your Jasminer back to life. Just a note on this right now, especially at the time I'm filming this, its profitability on ETC is soaring. I know last week, I think it was a 44% jump in one day. So they're definitely become profitable again. So if you've got one that needs some love and repair, I'll show you how to do that today, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, so in this adventure of repairing a Jasminer X4-1U-C, what we're going to do is take the cover off of the unit first, which I've already pre-done. You can see the fan units, the hashing boards, and our control board here. Now, I want to point out that people, if you have an issue with the chains showing up, sometimes you can move the cable ribbon from one pin set to the other and they function, okay? Now on the board that I've got to repair this, as you can see here, it actually has 3 plug-ins. So just keep that cheat code in mind. Long and short of it though, guys, now what you're going to do to repair this is obviously all the screws get removed from the cover around the side. I've already expedited that process so we can just keep this moving. But after you've done that, what you'll need to do is remove the ribbon here. Sorry, let me get this straight out. You'll need to remove that ribbon from right there. Remove these 2 pin sets. This pin set that's hooked to there. Okay. Don't remove this actual pin. Remove the other pin set that's hooked to that from there. These 2 and this one. And then undo the screws that hold the board on the standoffs. Unclip these 2 and you can remove that out and put the other board in its place and be back to the races. Now, I'm gonna take this all loose, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip each piece back in as it goes so you can see how all that functions. And then we'll put this bad boy back together and hopefully get to making some money, because that market is up, baby. All right, guys, now I want to talk about a couple things real quick. Is the input port right here, this one, you want to make sure and clip that in first before you put the board back in. The rest of them you can put in as you put the board in place, but I would highly recommend doing that one first because it is very, very difficult. But once you've got that, you can put it back in place, put the 4 screws back on the standoffs, and you can begin by plugging your Ethernet port back in the back, and then begin putting your pieces clipped back in place. And I'm going to show you each of those connections as they go back in, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, so we've got all 3 of those back in place on the main board. I'm going to back out of the way here just a hair, and what we're going to do now is I'm going to take these and put the power back into the input to the unit. Apologize, I'm working on this in the server rack, so I encourage you to pull them out to repair them, but have the power disconnected currently, so it's not that big a deal. All right, now I'm going to replace this pin set right here. I'm going to put the power back into its input. And then I'm going to put this ribbon in the last slot on the new board, okay? That's clipped in. Now what I've done to designate which one's which on these pins, I put the longest pin connector under this harness here so that I wouldn't forget. And then I put the other one right here as close as possible. And our last connection. Guys, this is difficult to film and repair at the same time one-handed, but I wanted to walk you through on this. Alright, so let's review. We've got both of our connectors in place there, and then we've got the ribbon connected there. I apologize, guys, it is a changeover tonight. It just changed over from photovoltaic to the utility grid and the off-grid there that we've got on this mining farm currently that I'm working in. And so we've got our power to the control board, power in the back of the board there, and our power to the hashing boards. We're good to go. So now what we can do now is I'll actually reconnect the power to this, flip the breaker on, connect the network, and we'll see if we can't connect up on the laptop. All right, guys, so you can see here, this one's gonna need the same love that I just applied to this one. Keep in mind two things. They make a low noise reduction kit on eBay. If you don't like these loud fans running, it's pretty loud in this room. I'll probably do that eventually to this and change that out, but it's not that big a deal right now to me, but maybe that might be something we upgrade later on. But if the pin set change-ups don't work like I explained earlier in the video, you can always do the board change-up method, which is not that fun, but at least you know how to do it now, the walkthrough. Here is the unit, and you can see here on the status, it is connected, and we are back alive. So that is always a good thing to see and know. And guys, that's a wrap. I'm gonna put the lid back on it and finish it up, but I hope you enjoyed this repair video. Definitely gonna be doing some more in the future. And guys, as always, till we see you again, make sure to check us out at blackflagcryptominingco.com and keep stacking those chips.